Ever dream of being a finalist in the World Poker Tour? Sitting at the final table, poker face-to-face with the big guns? Although around for centuries, the poker phenomenon has only recently taken the country by storm thanks to the World Poker Tour television show on the Travel Channel. So it's no surprise that there is now a training camp designed for players of all levels. Call it a fantasy sports camp for poker players.
WPT Boot Camp came into existence back in August of 2005. My partner and co-founder Ron Rubens realized that poker was very hot and it was growing. We contacted WPT. Our concept was to have a 2-day boot camp where we would bring the stars of the WPT, some of the great pros, to different cities around the country and help people who love poker and play poker get to the next level and hopefully bring their game to a championship level. When we first created WPT Boot Camp, after we initially developed the courseware, our next step was naturally to determine who would teach these courses. Mike Sexton and Alex Othred from the WPT were a big part of that. They helped us identify the pros that were not only the great players in their mind, but they felt could also transfer the knowledge taught in the WPT Boot Camp in a useful and very entertaining way. WPT Boot Camp's first event was held in January of 2005 at the Hard Rock Casino in Hollywood, Florida. Since then, we've had 7 events. They've all been sold out. Our next 3 events are sold out. We have 10 events scheduled for 2005, and it's been fantastic. Not just from the fact that they're being sold out, but that from the response from our students after they take the boot camp is that it's improving their game to the point that they're consistently winning at the green felt.
Currently, WPT boot camps are held at 5 different casinos throughout the country, and that number is expected to grow. Today, we're at the Mirage in Las Vegas to get a first-hand experience of a typical boot camp.
The average person that takes a WPT boot camp is really anybody with a dream of making it to a final table. Some of those are experienced poker players that play a lot, and some of those are people that are new to poker. What we do in the program is that we quickly bring the newbies up to speed so that we can take them all through the same pace. The experienced players are going to shave a few strokes, very valuable strokes off their game, while the new players are going to tremendously advance through the game. Now, the Champions event is something different, and that is really designed for a poker player that has previous experience. We're not going to cover any of the basics in the Champions event. We're going to really focus in on advanced strategies for beating the pros. The students that take a WPT boot camp will learn all aspects and strategies of tournament poker. We will take them through tells, behaviors, betting strategies, changing gears, playing short stack, playing short-handed, how they should be in the beginning of a tournament, the middle of a tournament, the end of a tournament. We will teach them a game plan because in poker, just like in life, those with a plan will always beat those without a plan.
The camp begins with breakfast where students get to know each other. The next 3.5 hours are filled with workshops and hands-on lab work. In one session, players are placed under the exact same circumstances as the world's greatest players at the final tables of past WPT tournaments. Same cards, same chips, same pressure. After the hand is played by the students themselves, instructor Mike Sexton then allows them to view footage of that exact same hand and situation faced by some of the world's most famous players at a major WPT final table. The players observe how the hand was played, take notes, and discuss strategy. This technique has proven to be an invaluable learning tool. Throughout the 2-day event, the boot campers focus on a variety of skills such as managing emotions, endurance, and avoiding the common mistakes that send players walking away from the table. Throughout the event, the students are becoming more confident in their playing, becoming more adept at calculating their odds in each hand. As the camp progresses, students have the opportunity to test their newly enhanced skills at a sit-and-go tournament against instructors and each other for a chance.
Well, players get the benefit of the knowledge of the instructors that teach the boot camp. You know, they're like drill instructors really, where they're going to absolutely tell you what you should have done if you didn't do that play, for example, and wake it up in your brain a little bit, so to speak, about what you should have done or what you could do to make a better play. You know, poker's all about making correct decisions. And here at boot camp, our job as instructors is to see to it that players understand their job at the table is to make correct decisions, and we help them do that. We have a tournament where we actually sit down and play in the tournament with them. This gives them the feel of playing against high quality players, which is what they're going to find in the real world. So we give them that experience here at WPT Boot Camp. And in fact, instructors have bounties on ourselves, bullseyes, in other words, on our chest, where they get prizes when they knock us out. And of course, they'll have a story if they do that as well. But you know, they enjoy playing against us, they enjoy the competition, and playing against some of the best players in the world.
For players with more advanced skills, WPT's 3-day Champions event provides an opportunity to take their playing abilities to the next level.
What we're offering to students is to come to a World Poker Tour final table and be in the audience for that with a VIP reception beforehand, where you get to meet all the top pros that are working with the boot camp, as well as the production team and a lot of the top poker players that are around. We at the World Poker Tour Boot Camp are trying to prepare students to perform in no-limit tournaments at a very high level. And at some point, they're going to be sitting at tables with world champions. And in order to do that, you have to have just a little bit of experience in playing with some world champions. And that's something that we can offer the students. On top of the instruction, where even if you weren't playing with us, we're going to send you off, you know, in pretty good shape. But just that added bonus of playing with some of the instructors is just a nice thing to offer. And at the World Poker Tour Boot Camp Champions event, there is an awards dinner, and we're very proud to award the trophy, the $10,000 seat, and a commemorative blue jacket, just like the Masters green jacket. Something surely to be proud of.
To date, hundreds of players have improved their game through a WPT Boot Camp. All have reported a significant improvement in their game. No matter what their experience, the WPT Boot Camps has proven to be a fun and effective way for players to take their game to a whole new level.